innovation, access to innovation by manufacturers and designers. This really couldn't come at a better time.
Is there any particular aspect that interests you?
There's some particular aspects of this project that interest me. The possibility to trial some new business models, which is something I don't think the industry's really looked at, and perhaps a little behind some of the other industries. And what's happening, and of course young people are way more entrepreneurial now. They don't want to necessarily enter such a structured industry. So I think that's very good. And if we can in any way enable businesses to access the innovation held by education institutions, that'll be to everyone's benefit.
Has the event encouraged you to sign up to the TCBL community?
This is a really interesting event, and we've already had some great discussion. I'm signing up for the project, and I'll certainly encourage others to do so.
Actually, I'm very inspired by the TCBL project. It's never been done before. It's quite a holistic project, which I do like. I think the networking opportunities are going to be amazing. And I think people don't actually understand that there are so many micro, set-up, scale-up, and even large businesses, and we need to network all these together so we can really make a difference.
Is there any particular aspect that interests you?
Well, actually, I think it's the type of project, it's about the sum of the whole, it's synergy, isn't it? It's 2 + 2 = 5, and actually, I particularly like the hub idea and the innovation of that, and actually we've got our own Fashion Technology Academy, which I believe is the first in Europe, and I'm one of these people that really believe in disseminating best practices. We should all be working together and making the world a better place. It sounds a bit corny, but it is true.
This Business Labs project here in Huddersfield is one of about 15 labs that we will probably be launching in the TCBL project in the coming year. They all have in common the idea of looking for new approaches about how to be innovative in the T&C sector. This lab in particular is very exciting setup because of the community that it's drawing on is a very rich community in terms of creativity, in terms of heritage as well. The equipment is a great variety of equipment, and also just the innovative work that's already going on. Today is the first of a series of events that people are going to be doing around Europe to engage the local community, to let people know what's going on, because we're trying to sign up, we're trying to get local businesses to sign up to experimenting with us. And so we bring people together, we tell them what the project's about, we tell them what's in it for them, and we hopefully we get them to apply to become a pilot business. It's a research project funded by the European Union. It's a 4-year project. It's under the Horizon 2020 program, which is this new program that started only a year or so ago. And it's where they're putting an emphasis on research that has a real impact on the economy and society.
I think it's brilliant. I think the whole context and concept is great. And of course this Textile Centre of Excellence is just that. It's really up there at the cutting edge of innovation. And of course our plan in Huddersfield 2020, which is a different group, is really to make this a kind of tech city. And this will be part of it and a leading part of it. So I'm absolutely, totally behind it. You know, I've always had a deep interest in design. I'm a member of the Design Commission, and I started the Design Commission nationally. I work very closely with designers really across the country, and design is a passion of mine. So, you know, to link great design with productivity and production, that's wonderful. I didn't need to be persuaded to join this campaign. Bill Macbeth and myself and a team in Huddersfield have been working on this for some time. But it's lovely to reach out to a whole group of partners, not only here but across Europe and across the world. We're going to be so much better known as Huddersfield, leading in design, leading in terms of the production of textiles, and innovating as people won't have imagined how we can innovate in the textile sector.
Well, I think it's a really interesting opportunity for the current Business Labs project to take hold and be shaped by people of Huddersfield and the wider region. So I come from a local authority perspective, and I manage the creative economy team, and I think the creative economy and the textiles and the creativity and ideas and artists and artisans and that whole remit is really valuable to explore. So I think there's huge potential in the whole project. The key aspect for the project for me is about that sense of community involvement. And when I talk about community, I am talking about the creative economy, I'm talking about businesses, I'm talking about communities, individuals, people. Textiles are shaped where we are. It's our architecture, it's the buildings, the bridges, it's the canals, it's our heritage, but it's also about our innovation and our future. So there's really rich, fertile ground to explore in this project, and it's just about seeing where it goes and how we can connect in and how we can make it relevant for the town.
I think this Business Labs project is a great way to get people thinking creatively about new ways to do business. Lots of people now want to look for very individual, customised garments, and I think the Business Labs project is a great way of looking for business solutions to meet that customer need.
Just you.
I'm particularly interested in the virtual knowledge space and trying to help people as they develop their business ideas to think about ways of learning and developing new business models and how they might personally grow through that experience as well.
And
Business Labs project has got great potential to really show what we can do over a pan-European area. We've got so many people, I think, that are getting involved in it and can get involved with it from different countries. And the social networking aspect, for example, for somebody in Huddersfield, for say, if they need to have some sewing expertise, they can't find it in here, they can actually use the social networking aspect to try and link up with other people in Italy or Spain or Portugal. That's a really exciting aspect. So you're looking at people, I think, that actually want to collaborate together, can find an easy and natural way to do it, maybe build some business practice, maybe actually do some genuine work together, learn how to trust each other. It's all about collaboration, and I think that's a really good thing to promote over the course of Europe. Yes, I have signed up to the TCBL community. I've been part of it for a number of months now, probably from about October last year. I think there's some great discussions going on, getting to know some really interesting and some very, very clever people, some people that know about technology, some people that know about textiles, and I can see some great opportunities to do business.
It's really exciting. It's a completely different way that the textile industry is coming about a problem, and with the ability to have loads of different solutions. Well, I'm very interested in the circular economy aspect of it, but I also like the heritage and the skills, and because the industry is formed of many parts, it's an opportunity to bring all these parts together.
I was one of the people that wrote the proposal to the European Commission. So I was one of those that thought about this project.
I came along today because I have responsibility to make sure that the skills in this area match the needs of industry in this area. So I'm here today to make sure there are opportunities for our young people to see what really is useful and innovative and creative about the textile industry in future.
What do you think of the project?
And I think the project's a really good idea, but it's such an open way of thinking, such a very different way of thinking. What is really exciting is that there is opportunities now for us to bring young people to open labs like we're in at the moment in terms of the Textile Centre, so they can actually experiment with materials, meet designers, meet expert makers, and actually see that the textile industry is something that they may want to be in the future. Obviously, talk about the project to everyone when I'm out and about. I will blog about it in the council. I'll send messages out to our head teachers and schools to be involved in the project, and I'll just keep a watching brief of it, and I'll make sure it does something for the young people here in Huddersfield.
I was trying to find out information. I was very interested in the programme and wanted to come and find out what it was all about.
The project.
It seems very exciting. I think there's still a long way to go, but I think the groundwork is there, and I think it'll be interesting to see how it develops over the next several months or several years. I think really we've got to look and see what is actually on there. I think that as was being said during the presentations, there's a lot of work needs to go in first to create the infrastructure. And then you've got to see how you can tap in and get that to work. But I think the groundwork is being done. I think the concept and the principles are right. And I think now it's just a question really of following through on this growth journey and pick up and run with it and engage with it at the points we can. But I think in terms of creating contacts across Europe and creating the knowledge base, I think that will be very, very important.
I think because I chair the board at the Media Centre in Huddersfield, and we think that we're another creative centre, and we very much like to explore the possibilities of working alongside the Textile Centre for Excellence.
What do you think of the project?
I think it's really interesting. I think particularly the knowledge spaces and people sharing expertise in new ways. I think that could very much help to build up the textile sector and also develop the economy in Huddersfield. I've just been talking to Bill Macbeth about potential synergies between our creative industries group and the textile sector, and I'm sure that there'll be all sorts of possibilities that we can explore in the future.